Hi, this is a tutorial of calculator developed in Access. So let me just show you guys how it works. It works just like any other calculator, and we can even go back here. Let's multiply that by 7 there. So what I'm going to do now is to take you straight into Access development environment, and we put one of these together. So let's do that now, guys. Hi and welcome to Access tutorial. This session I'm going to develop a calculator. So let's click on blank database, and I'm just going to call that calculator. If you guys are wondering why developing a calculator in Access, well, it's because it's possible we can do that too. So let's have a go at it. Instead of creating a table, I won't be bothering myself creating any table. I'll just go straight down to create this very menu there, and we select form design. Inside the form design, let's enter a frame. That's my frame there. Okay, something about that. We can even move it down a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. And delete that very other frame there. Make sure this is selected, then select the property here. You should be able to see the property right there. And in the property, I'm going to go to, let's see if we can get the back color. There we go. And I'm going to select that as my back color. That's fine. The next thing I want to do is come back down here. Make sure you have your design selected on the ribbon, and let's come to label. Let's draw a label right here, and inside that very label I'm going to enter 0 right there that you guys can see. Okay, then let's format it. Now let's change the font color, the font size. Let's change it to about maybe 24. That's good. And what about the alignment? Let's align it right there. Now let's change the colors to black right there. Choose this, the font is there, or the format. Okay, I can always change it there and change that to black. Right, that is fine. What about, we can also change the border. You see the border width? Let's change the border width to maybe 4. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Now let's move it up a little bit. Alright, the next thing I want to do now is go back to design, select the button. This is the button right there, but the button might give us some other component. In fact, the button is fine the way it is. Make sure this one is not highlighted. That is, in that case, it will be something like this. You see, it is highlighted now, but make sure it's not highlighted. Now click on the button. Now draw the button the way you want. That's my button right there. Okay, you can see the macro is now on, so that is fine. That is the whole purpose of making sure this is not highlighted. If I click on it now and enable it, look at it, it is enabled. And if I select any other button there, look what's going to happen. The macro will pop up. See that? So we're going to cancel that. We don't want that. Alright, so let me delete this. Might as well just copy and paste this. Right, so let's modify this to what we want. In the first place, I like the background. Okay, the background is fine the way it is. Let's change the font size then. Let's come down here, look for the font. Let's make that maybe 20 there. Go to all, and let's change the details of that. That's going to be BTN number 7, and the caption on it will be 7 right there. So all I just need to do now is copy this and just paste it around. Okay, I'm just gonna paste that around, copy both together, repeat the same thing, bring it here, bring the other one, I think I'm gonna need it to be 5 columns. Yeah, one here, and bring this one down here. Okay, so what I'll do now is just speed up the whole process of this interface design, and I will get back to you guys. Okay, this is how the interface looks now, but I think this background I may have to change the whole appearance. Okay, let's increase the size of this to maybe about 4. That's the border width, and maybe change the color, the back color. Let me change it back to white. That will be this very one. Let's change it back to white. Okay, now I'm going to now change the buttons. Let's change the color of the buttons to gray. Yeah, gray. Okay, buttons are now gray, but I don't want these to be gray, so that should still be white. Alright, I think that's much better. Now let's change the content on each button. This one is correct, that is 7. I think I'm gonna have to move that. No, I'm gonna change that. I don't want it to be 7. I want it to be backspace. Let's say BS, backspace, and that will be my backspace. To get the backspace icon, maybe I'm gonna have to go to Word. Let's click on Word documents, get that open, and copy the backspace there. Let's see, where's Word? Okay, there we go. The Word is opening up. I'm going to copy the symbol backspace inside Word document. Okay, the Word document is ready. Let's click on that and come right into Insert, and the symbol. There we go. That's the symbol that I want. I'm just going to copy that, and now come right in here. Instead of 7, copy and paste that. So now let's change the font. The font style, this very one's font name. I'm going to change that to Windows. So let's see if we can get it. So just right down here somewhere with the W. Yeah, there we go. Select that. You see, that's changed. Now this very one that's meant to be plus minus, come in here. I should be able to copy that straight off. And there we go, plus minus, copy, and paste that right in here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I also have the dot sign. Let's copy that. Let's copy the dot. So that's going to be used for my decimal place. And just paste that in there. And change this to btn dot. Now, the next one is this very one here. That will just be the plus sign. Right. Plus sign. And the name is btn plus or addition. Right, and this I can always change this to sign. btn sign there. So I will change this to btn 7 and so on. So guys, let me speed that up and I get back to you. Okay, this is how the calculator looks now. So the other thing I'd like to do before I continue is I'm going to select all of these just to change the font color. Let's deselect the frame and come right there. You see where it says font color right here. just select that, and I'm gonna make it black. Yeah, it's now more pronounced. And we can also change the mouse over and so on. That's it. We have the over there, we have the mouse press. So if you guys don't seem to understand what I mean, let me just run it. You see, when I mouse it over, but when I press, this is what you get. That looks a little bit too dark. I mean, see, that is too dark for me. I don't seem to like that. Okay, I'm going to change that. Just come back in here, just change that to, that's mouse over. Mouse over isn't that too bad, but press, you see, that's what was selected. Let's see, yeah, let it go back to gray once it's pressed. That's much better. Alright, so if I run it again, mouse enter, mouse press, but I think that's a little bit too dark. Yeah, you get the whole idea anyway. I'll change it back. It's a little bit too dark as well, but now that you guys get the idea, that's cool. Alright, this is how it looks like now, so that's much better. Okay, so let's take care of the coding part of it now. Alright, so I will select 7 and come straight to the event right there. You see that, and the property. I will then select these 3 dots, or I can drop down this arrow, select procedure, and just click on that, and that brings me straight to 7. Okay, but before I start, I'm going to declare option explicit. Option explicit, and declare the following variable. First number as double, and second number as double as well. Let's just copy that. Okay, this one will be string, and that we call operator. This will be answer, and this is second number. So like I said, we start with 7. Okay, if you want to see how to go back, that's it right there. Make sure 7 is selected and go to the code view, and right in there I will then enter if LBL display dot caption equals 0, then LBL display equals 7. Make that 7. Else LBL display equals, get rid of that, equals LBL display, change that to 7, and here we have a plus sign, then end if. That's all there is to it. So what I've just done in here is, if there's 0 there, change, anytime I click on it, change it to 7. If I continue to click on it, just keep changing, just keep adding 7 to it. So let me run it so that you guys see what that means. Alright, click on 7. The first time I click on it, that's 7. If I continue, and there we go. Alright, so the other way that you can understand what happened is, because I entered 7 in there, I can just change these to Canada. So every time I keep clicking, the first time I click is going to be 7, the second time it's going to Canada. If I continue clicking, and I'll keep showing Canada. So let's click and see. So the first time is 7, the second time, you see that, guys? Alright, that is why we have the else if statement in there. Okay, back to the code and just change Canada back to 7. I will now copy that. Now click on 8 and just select code view, code builder, paste that in there, change number to 8, and I'll repeat the same thing for the rest. Okay, before I continue, let's carry out some changes. This should be 0, and here that will be, let's change that to cosine, and that will be tangent, and this is going to be equals, and let's change that to btn equals btn tangent and btn cosine. Right, I'm going to delete this one and just drag this down right there. And now all we just need to do is take care of the rest codes, just like we did. So if you guys look in the code view, there we go. Those are the rest lines of codes. So that's 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I come back in here and just run it now, 7, 8. Alright, so that's how that works. Now before I continue with the rest, let me take care of these operators, these 4 or 5 operators, these very ones. So the clear is now working as well. No, let's go back to the design view. Right now, let's go back to design and select the code view. For the clear button, drop that down, select clear, and right down here we have clear, paste that in there, and just change that to 0. That's my clear taken care of. Now the next one, let's select the backspace and come to the event of backspace and select code builder. Inside the backspace we will enter as follows. Those are the lines of code for backspace. Back in there, so backspace is taken care of. Alright, let's do this one. Let me take care of these events. The arithmetic operators, let's take care of those quick. That'll be first number equals display. Let's get that off because of error. First number equals display. Now I want first number cleared. Then operator in this case equals the +1 there. So all I just need to do now is copy that and repeat that for the subtraction. Let's see, subtraction. Okay, I can see mode there. Let's take care of mode. Let's just move this up so that you can see it. Paste that in there and just change in here to mode. Alright, the next one is multiplication. Paste that and change that to multiplication sign. Then we have sub as subtraction. Yeah, I think I'll finish it. No, multiplication. What about division? Select that and take your division right there. And I think that will be all for the operators. Okay. Alright. Let's come back in here. And let's look after the decimal place. There. Those are the lines of code for the decimal. Alright. Now we have done that. Okay, I think we're almost there, so let's take care of these very ones. Okay, click in there, come to the code view, and that is for sign. So let's come back. Cosine, code builder, select, click on OK. Cosine. Then we need out of tangent. Pick that up so that you can see it. Tangent right there. Now let's take care of square. So with the square, that will be LBL display dot caption equals there. That is the square. Alright, I think that's all there is to it. All that is left now is this. Let's come into the code builder again and just take care of that. So that will be, I'm going to copy this second number equals that. So if operator equals plus, then answer equals first number plus second number, then the LBL display equals answer and if. Alright, so that's the first one taken care of. I'm just gonna copy it and use else if it's minus, change that to minus, or subtraction, and if it's multiplication, let's enter a space so that you see the different. Alright, if it's multiplication, that becomes multiplication. Division and mode, and that is all there is with the equals taken care of. So from up here up to here, okay, from here up to here. Alright, now let's take care of the plus minus, this very one. Select that and code builder right there. that's code builder. So we can just select this, very one, paste that right in there, and just say -1 times that, and that's it, done. So come right in here and let's run it and see. If I select 45 there, that's minus, multiply by 9 equals that. Okay, clear. Alright, let's say cosine 7, clear. 8 tangent cosine plus minus multiply by 4 there, square root of that, mode 9 equals, that should give us about 2. Right, that's correct. Okay guys, you see how you create your own calculator in Access. You see how simple it is. So with that guys, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you all enjoy it, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.